ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
Two major stories affecting San Diegans across the county at this hour. This afternoon, we learned all of Southern California may be under a mandatory stay-at-home order within days. It comes as businesses, homes, and schools deal with power outages and wind damage during critical fire danger that's fueling flames in San Diego County. Crews are fighting for more containment of the Willow fire that destroyed at least one house in Rancho San Diego. And homes are threatened by another spot fire in Coronado Hills in San Marcos. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's get right to this setback on the way for San Diego restaurants, which would be forced to stop all dining when this stay-at-home order arrives. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner explains what other businesses will be affected as well and when.
San Diego health officials are still uncertain of when the order could hit our region, but it could happen as soon as Saturday at midnight. California Governor Gavin Newsom announcing Thursday he's pulling an emergency brake by implementing regional stay-at-home orders to slow the surge of virus cases.
Regions where the ICU capacity is falling below 15%, we are now mandating that we are implementing a stay-at-home order for 3 weeks.
The state is divided into 5 regions, including Southern California, the Bay Area, Greater Sacramento, Northern California, and the San Joaquin Valley. The majority are expected to hit the shutdown marker by early December.
Most of these, 4 out of the 5, we anticipate as early as the next day or two, as early or rather as late as the next week or so.
Thursday afternoon, San Diego County health officials told ABC 10 News that they're working to clarify the state's calculated metric, but the current projection is that our region is expected to hit the 15% mark by Friday, with the stay-at-home order taking effect 24 hours later. Sectors to temporarily close include bars, wineries, personal services, and hair salons and barbershops. Sectors to remain open include schools that have received waivers, critical infrastructure, retail at 20% capacity, and restaurants for takeout and delivery.
If we don't act now, our hospital system will be overwhelmed. If we don't act now, we'll continue to see a death rate climb, more lives lost.
Additionally, Thursday, the governor announced that all non-essential travel will be temporarily restricted statewide. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
And now to fire crews on high alert and increasing staffing after the Willow fire erupted in Rancho San Diego. It destroyed one home. It's damaged 6 others. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us now live. And Mimi, crews were able to get a handle on those flames originally. Doing the same today?
Yes, Kimberly, they are. And so many people, I would say dozens, have been coming out here today to look at this damage. Fire officials tell us that the fire started somewhere down this hill, but then quickly made its way up here to these homes. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, one did burn. And now fire crews are really just reminding everyone to be prepared and ready to get out if this does happen again.
We got evacuated and I came out and saw the house across the street was in flames.
The Willow fire quickly moved Wednesday night here on Wind River Road in Rancho San Diego. Homes were evacuated as the flames crept into backyards, spreading to porches and decks. One home was destroyed and 6 more were damaged.
I happened to be on scene first with our fire chief, and it was about 5 acres when I first got here, and quickly grew and was in the backyards of some of these homes within about 5 to 10 minutes.
Still, crews were able to quickly gain control of the flames, making airdrops when safe and saving homes, despite the wind working against them.
We've lived here over 20 years, and I haven't seen the wind sustained like this. It blew all night and it's blowing all day today.
Over in San Marcos, the sycamore fire grew to 3 acres Thursday afternoon, but firefighters were ready to attack it from all angles.
A lot of these little nuisance fires can end up being a very big deal if we don't put everything on it all at once. We had fixed wing helicopters above this one. We have hand crews. We brought out dozers.
Fire departments across San Diego County have upped their staffing and remain on high alert for the next few days.
So we have dedicated crews on these brush rigs, so they have a quicker response. They're throughout the city of San Diego. So we have an additional helicopter that's available.
Fire crews are asking the public to have an evacuation plan prepared and belongings ready to go. And some neighbors that I was talking to that had to evacuate tell me that they were scrambling and didn't really know what to grab in the middle of the night. So fire crews really stress the importance of having that bag ready to go with medications, important documents, pictures, anything that is important to you, just in case that this does happen again. We're live in Rancho San Diego. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
A perfect example of always needing to be prepared. Thank you, Mimi, for that live update. Right now, thousands of people have no electricity or heating heading into the evening. SDG&E shutoffs are stretching all over San Diego County. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz shows us how it's impacting everyone from businesses to schools. Jen?
Hey, Kimberly, we're along the 8 East Freeway heading into Alpine. It's actually not too windy right now, but earlier today we had drivers describing their cars shaking, even 2 semi-trucks that rolled over earlier this morning. And even though it's not bad right now, the wind and fire threat is far from over.
It is windy.
Record-breaking Santa Ana winds touching communities all throughout San Diego County. Power outages stretching from North County to the border, from the coast all the way into Far East County. The shutoffs forcing school closures in several districts, including Alpine, Dehesa, Valley Center, Warner, Lakeside, Poway, and Cajon Valley districts. In Mira Mesa, winds toppled a tent that one restaurant had set up for outdoor dining. The owner of Golden Island Dim Sum, an Asian cuisine, was left cleaning up the mangled mess Thursday morning in hopes of welcoming customers back later that day. In Julian, employees of the Villa Chardonnay Ranch sending out a plea for help after their power was shut off. They have more than 350 animals on their property, including horses and lots of dogs. Without a generator, they say they can't give their animals any water, and they've been told the outage could last into the weekend.
We need electricity in order to pump the wells. Therefore, I've got a generator in the back of this car right now, a small one that will suffice for now, but we need an industrial size generator.
They say they have a solar powered unit as backup, but it stopped working.
There's no generators anywhere. We need an industrial size generator. Any help that we can get, please let us know. Please contact us as soon as possible.
SDG&E says these are some of the highest winds they've seen since they began installing their network of weather stations nearly a decade ago. So far, their weather stations have seen wind gusts topping 94 miles per hour. So Alpine Unified has already announced they will not be having classes for Friday. The County Office of Education says they may make more announcements of those closures either later tonight or as late as tomorrow morning. Reporting live, Jennifer De La Cruz, ABC 10 News.
A tough situation there. Thank you, Jennifer. And meteorologist Angelica Campos is joining us now. She has been tracking these fire conditions for days. Angelica.
That's right, Kim. We had a red flag warning last week. Here we are again. We're still in this red flag warning. And I want to show you first some of the strongest winds we saw around the county, most of them happening earlier in the morning when the winds peaked, and now we're actually starting to see improving conditions, but this is far from over. This will continue. The winds will pick back up tonight and into tomorrow. You can see some of the areas reaching over 90 miles per hour. Also around 76 miles per hour in Alpine, just east of that Willow fire. As we look now at the current conditions, you can see those winds still around 30 miles per hour in Ramona. And when we talk about wind gust, rapid conditions are going to be changing even in just a matter of minutes. So the winds could be reporting 40 miles per hour in Alpine, but a minute from now or 2 minutes from now could be different as the winds continue to strengthen. Again, a little bit better this afternoon in comparison to early this morning, but we are expecting the winds to be stronger tonight and into tomorrow. This red flag warning will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Saturday, although the high wind warning should be ending soon at 6 o'clock this evening. And we're going to be tracking the winds hour by hour. Also, I'll show you the next round of Santa Ana winds once this round is over.
Yeah, to hear it's getting worse, it's just frightening. Thank you so much, Angelica. We will stay close. And here is a look at the other fires burning in Southern California right now. The bonfire in Orange County has burned 7,200 acres and is 0% contained. It was sparked by a house fire in Irvine last night. 2 Forest Service firefighters have been injured. Hundreds of people are evacuated. And the airport fire in Corona is now 500 acres. No injuries or structure damage have been reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And Santa Ana winds pushed a small fire into a large pallet storage yard in Yorupa today. The flames threatened structures nearby. Some power lines collapsed. No reports of injuries. Stay with ABC 10 News during this red flag warning. You can have breaking news alerts sent to your smartphone with the ABC 10 News mobile app.
We've been talking for several weeks about virus cases and hospitalizations rising, and now deaths are spiking. The U.S. reached a grim milestone Wednesday, the most deaths reported on one day, more than 3,100. That's higher than back in April when the pandemic first started. We're close to 275,000 deaths total, and the CDC projects as many as another 60,000 could die before Christmas.
I remember them pulling my arms up over my head, under my pillow. And then they took the pillow, and that's the last thing I remember.
Healthcare worker Amanda Solt is one of the lucky ones, a COVID-19 survivor. She was in the hospital and ICU for weeks back in June. It wasn't until she received a convalescent plasma donation that she started to turn a corner.
They helped me hold the phone up to my ear so I could give a verbal consent. They helped me sit me up in the bed. Literally, they were holding me and helping me sign the paper so I could give consent. And I just remember the nurses were like, say yes, come on, say yes. So I remember that. And I honestly, I feel like I owe my life to them. But, and to the person who donated, for sure.
The nurses helped Solt take a picture the moment she got the plasma. She says it saved her life, and now she's advocating for others to donate. The Health and Human Services Secretary also pushed for that yesterday during a briefing on vaccines. They're increasingly concerned about supply with rising cases. Plasma is given to hospitalized patients earlier now. People with COVID antibodies can donate plasma as often as every 7 days for up to 3 months, and just one donation can help up to 4 people.
You have the chance to truly, truly make a difference in life or death for somebody.
The American Red Cross saw their distributions of convalescent plasma increase 250% in November compared to September. You can make an appointment to donate online through their app or over the phone.